Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and welcome to the program. And today I'm doing a video. Dear Archie, call me Mr. OL Field. I am a huge fan of the program. I am sending $100 donation from this email address to firstly help you making content. I find your videos humorous and informative. I was sad to see you leaving the channel, so I hope this donation helps bring your spirits up and persuades you to keep making videos. My advice is fuck them. If they don't like the content or the language harassment, they can go watch the shitty. Yep, we don't want to mention that channel. Also, maybe get back to your luxury guy roots. Those videos were very informative. But if not, I will not be disappointed. It really is a great character, and it cheers me up to watch. Secondly, I would like your blessing on maybe adding a green sapphire Milgauss reference 116400GV to my collection of watches, and a Louis Vuitton 3-watch travel case, Damia Graphite, that matches my wallet. Also, what are your thoughts on the Air King? I like the sleek look of it. Please, thoughts on this are greatly appreciated. If you have any suggestions, I would be glad to hear them. I want to kind of stick with Rolex for the time being. I'm a kind of a fanboy for Rolex. If you suggest any other models or makes, my budget is roughly $10,000 US. I'm not rich, but I've done well for myself in the oil and gas industry as a consultant. I am new money and new to luxury items. I'm 29, from Wyoming, USA. Not married, but have a live-in girlfriend, and we have kids together. My girlfriend doesn't have a problem with me spending money on the things I like, as long as the bills are paid and the kids are happy. If you don't decide to make a video, it's completely understandable, but I would still like the advice. I am working nights. Okay, so there we go. So he's given me a picture, and let's have a look at what he's got now. So let's talk about his current collection, and let's talk about improvements down the track. So he's currently got a Rolex Submariner C Hulk. That's the 116610. That's the ceramic sub, steel. He's got a Rolex Datejust 2 41mm 116334, and he's got a Rolex GMT Master 2 Dark Knight reference 116710. Okay, what do I think? I really do love this collection. I do love it. I think it's a great collection. Okay, I'm very, very pleased. And I gotta say this, there's nothing wrong with being a Rolex fanboy. If you're going to pick a brand, you're going to pick one brand which is the watches are usable and you've got any hope of retaining their value, Rolex is the brand to choose. You can do a lot worse than buying Rolex. Now, let's have a look at this. I would highly recommend to you, instead of buying new, I would go to my good friend Kenny Nguyen, Jewelers on Time, and see what he has, because he really has watches that are so new you wouldn't know they weren't new. And great, you're gonna make a saving, okay? You're going to make a saving. Now, I would have to say that I actually really love that collection. You got a Submariner, you got a GMT Master, and you've got a Rolex Datejust 2. So you've got diving, that diving watch genre, a GMT function piece, and you've got a dress watch. That is 3 fantastic pieces. Now let's have a look at a couple of your questions there. So let's have a look there. So what do I think of the Milgauss? I reckon the Milgauss would be a really cool piece to add. Okay, I really do like it. However, if it was me, and this is just my opinion, I'd be probably adding, with your type of collection, I'd probably add the 39mm Explorer 1. I think that might be a kind of a better placement for you. I don't know. I prefer the Explorer 1 to the Milgauss, but that is your choice there. I think that's a great piece to add. Either way, whether you go Milgauss or you go Explorer 1, I think that would work in wonderfully with your collection. I just love the Explorers, but yeah, I can understand the Milgauss. See what my friend Kenny Nguyen can do for a great price. The next thing you were asking is, what do I think? So you got the Louis Vuitton pocket organizer, and you're asking about the Louis Vuitton, the watch travel case. And I actually got a friend, my good friend Mark in Perth has got that. And I got to tell you, it's a nice piece of kit. I got to tell you the truth, okay? This is being completely honest with you. I don't think it's worth the money. It is quality. It's a beautiful watch holder. But I don't know whether it is worth the money. And they're not so cheap. You know, you're spending, what are they? I think they're about $1,500. Or I think it's about $1,000. But anyhow, you know, it's just a holder. I mean, fuck, that is so expensive. For what? Just to I mean, it's a cool holder. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I mean, for that sort of money, I've bought hard case Louis Vuitton luggage second hand. You know, that's kind of my opinion. But it's a nice piece. It is nice. I just don't know whether it's really worth the money. But it is nice. It is nice. So let's have a look there. So you were asking about the green sapphire Milgauss. As I said, that's a great piece. Possibly consider an Explorer 1. The Louis Vuitton 3-watch travel case. Yes, it's okay, but ooh, expensive, okay? Expensive, not necessarily a value purchase. What's my thoughts on, and you're asking about the Air King itself there. I actually love the Air King. I love the Air King. I think the Air King is a cool Rolex, and the Air King, it is a true sports watch. That's a sports, one of the original. They even had Air King for the Canadian market, which had an Explorer dial, reference 5500. So the Air King is a great. I actually love the Air Kings. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with staying with Rolex. The only other bit of advice I would give you is maybe if you're spending so much, have you thought about maybe getting a Daytona, a second-hand steel Daytona from Kenny Nguyen? That is probably, that'd be a real fuck off. It'd be a real fuck off chronograph. You get your money when you needed to, and it's just such a cool watch. So that's the only thing I would say there. Maybe look into that, because they're pretty. They're a great watch. The chronographs, Rolex Daytona. It's just such a cool fuck off watch there. There's just something about it. And you know, I'm going to throw something left field. Maybe a gold president. Maybe that could be another way to go. I mean, it's just, I know it's not an everyday watch you'd wear every day, but it's so cool when you go out. You know, it's just such a cool thing. I love my president. So there you go, fuckers. That's a bit of an ArchieLuxury advice. Fantastic to hear from you. And yes, I'm really appreciative for that donation there. That really helps me a lot. Pleased to receive that. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And look, some of us aren't doing so well, and I really do appreciate that kind gesture. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you nasty, miserable fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great vid.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece, we adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.